The Forgotten Library. Elena had always been drawn to the places people avoided. While most of the town hurried past the broken walls of the old monastery, whispering warnings about curses and disappearances, she felt a strange pull every time she saw it against the horizon. On one gray, rainy evening, curiosity got the better of her. With her notebook tucked under her arm and a small lantern in her hand, she stepped past the gates, the silence of the ruined place closing in around her. The stones were slick with moss, the windows shattered, and the air smelled of rain-soaked wood and something older. Something untouched for centuries. She wandered through the remains of the chapel, brushing aside ivy that had crept in through the cracks. That was when her foot pressed against a loose slab of stone. The hollow echo made her pause. Kneeling, she cleared the dirt with shaking hands until a staircase appeared beneath, spiraling into darkness. Her pulse quickened. Every warning she had ever heard about this place returned to her mind, but so did her hunger for answers. With the lantern raised, she descended. The staircase opened into a vast chamber, so large she had to catch her breath. Rows upon rows of shelves stood in perfect order, stretching into the shadows. Books filled every inch, some thick, some thin, their spines worn, their covers marked by strange patterns. The air was heavy, silent, almost expectant. She pulled out one book and opened it carefully. What she read made her chest tighten. It wasn't a story. It was the life of a woman who had lived in the town long ago, every moment from childhood until the day she vanished without a trace. The details were exact to exact. Elena whispered the woman's name, remembering it from one of the old ghost stories she had heard as a child. She opened another book, then another. Each one contained a life fully lived, yet unfinished. Every name was familiar, linked to someone the town claimed had disappeared into thin air. The truth settled into her stomach like a stone. The monastery had not been abandoned by accident. These people were here, their lives bound into words. Her lantern flickered as she reached a darker corner of the chamber. The books here looked newer, fresher, untouched by time. When she slid one out and saw the name on its cover, her body froze. It was her own. Her hands trembled as she flipped through the pages. Her childhood unfolded before her eyes with startling accuracy, the secret hiding spots in her grandmother's house, the way her father used to hum when he thought no one was listening, even the tears she shed alone the night her mother died. No one could have known these details. She turned the pages faster, heart racing, until she reached the present day. Everything she had done up until this very evening was written word for word. Then the story stopped, the rest of the book blank, as though waiting for her choices to fill it. But one page ahead was not blank. In crisp black ink were words she hadn't yet lived. She turned the page, knowing she had only moments left to choose whether to leave or to stay. Her breath caught. The lantern's glow weakened, shadows thickening around her. She thought she heard a whisper from the shelves, the faint sound of pages turning without hands. The silence pressed closer, as if the lives trapped in the books were aware of her presence, urging her toward a decision. She clutched the book to her chest, her heartbeat loud in her ears. She could leave now, pretend none of this existed, or she could stay and discover what those blank pages demanded of her. Slowly, her fingers brushed the edge of the next page. She exhaled, and the flame of her lantern flickered once, then went out, leaving her in darkness with only the sound of her own breath and the waiting silence of the forgotten library.